Hi everyone, so final video review this week is for my paperback read, which is Gnarled Hollow by Charlotte Greene. If you want to check out the introduction video to get a good look at the paperback, that is still available on YouTube, and it is also available on Facebook. It's with all the videos posted last week. For any of you that missed the introduction video though, this is what the book looks like, just to give you an idea. I have also just posted my Goodreads review, so if you want to go and check that out, if you are on YouTube, there is a link in the description below, and if you are on Facebook or on my blog post, there is a link included in the post. And so this is the video review for Gnarled Hollow by Charlotte Greene. Oh my god, I scared myself to death. Like, this was hauntingly beautiful, and I don't do horror, but I was absolutely terrified. And you know what the worst part was? Because it's my paperback, and I don't take my paperback to work, I've been reading all my ebooks at work, and then I'd be reading this, like, before I went to bed. Like, oh my god, what a way to scare yourself. But, like, it takes talent to write a book, especially, like, a horror / like, thriller, like, romance. It had romance in it, like, because it has to. But it takes proper talent to write a horror, like, / thriller that is so intense. It frightens the reader. Like, oh my god, talent in, like, buckets for that. To build that suspense and all that tension and make an intense and frightening, scary ghost story. This is what this was. Like, it was a frightening ghost story. Like, if you told me this as a child, I would be like, oh my god, I would have been so frightened. And now, as a fully grown adult, I'm like absolutely terrified. So this house, this very house, this room I am sitting in, right, it is as old as me. It was built when I was born. So we're the only people who have lived here, and I am totally convinced my room is haunted after reading this. Like, oh my god, I was like turning the light off, like, and absolutely like gripping the sheets. I was so scared, but it was a good scared. It was an amazing good scared. Like, seriously, like, I really should have filmed myself when I was reading some of this. I was like terrified of so many things, so I'm not going to tell you what terrified me in it, because it will spoil things for you. But there are certain things, like last week, I mean, I'm getting over it, like I'm doing okay. But you know, like when you watch a horror film and like you're convinced everything that happens in the horror film is then gonna happen to you, and you just manage to frighten yourself even at the sight of like your own shadow. Yeah, Charlotte frightened me proper good. And if you like horror and you like thriller and you like suspense, that is a brilliant book. Gnarled Hollow is a brilliant book, and you will not be disappointed in the slightest. Like, oh my god. So it's a story about Emily, who she gets the opportunity of a lifetime when she's invited to work and study at Gnarled Hollow. Gnarled Hollow is the house. So she goes along with a small group of academic professionals. They're from a variety of fields, and they begin this research into the family that lived there. And there is some proper creepy, spooky goings on that eventually have them questioning if there is more to this agreement, more to this project and assignment than meets the eye. So Emily properly finds herself thrown into an adventure, a proper ghostly, spooky, creepy, skin-crawling adventure. Like, oh my god, I've got goosebumps even thinking about it. And literally, she gets more than she bargained for, not only professionally by being in this house, but personally and mentally. Like, oh my god, it was like a triple whammy. She literally got it everywhere, professionally, personally, mentally. Like, oh my god. And not to mention her poor little emotions, like, oh bless her. But it was a truly amazing story, like, seriously. Horror, it usually isn't my thing. I usually wouldn't even touch it. Like, if this was a film, I genuinely wouldn't have got like past them arriving at the house. It, like, literally, I would have been scared. Like, I would have stopped breathing. Somehow, in words, it was a little bit easier to take. But for all you supernatural horror lovers, I'm serious. You are going to love this. And so I'm really glad Charlotte decided to write this. It's a fantastic story, and I got to enjoy a thrilling horror for like probably the first time in my life, because I have tried to watch horror films, and let's face it, you can't really watch them during the day because it just is a bit stupid. And then if you don't, like, even reading this, like, I felt a bit strange reading it in daylight, but reading it at night, I felt like just really intense. Like, something about reading in like that semi-darkness is creepy, but it's like liberating, and it's so amazing. Like, oh my god, I was having a great time. And I really got to enjoy every thrilling moment of this. I made it all the way till the end, which is more than I can say for films. So literally my heart was beating so rapidly reading this. everything that was happening, my mind was working overtime. It was such a thought-provoking story, and I love that something, you know, this story just delivers a truly unique front to horror and thriller. Like, it really does. Piecing together like the mystery of Gnarled Hollow was both like absolutely fascinating for me as the reader, but also for Emily, and it was scary as hell, like no joke, like proper scary. And it just, you know, I properly vividly could see everything. Like, Charlotte was properly painting like all this imagery with her words, and I really just got myself so engrossed in this book. I was biting my nails, I was sitting on the edge of the bed, I was like gripping the sheets like proper hard. My overactive imagination has been playing tricks on me, like I said, all week, and I just literally, it was so good that I didn't want to put it down. I didn't want to go to sleep because I was scared, like, but I also didn't want to go to sleep because I hadn't finished reading the book. And so for me, that was just like, oh my god, it was amazing. I really didn't want to put it down. The other thing, like, I just literally loved every moment of this, and I think, do you know what, I would read it again in a heartbeat. Like, literally, I just got such a gripping, intense feeling from it. And I bet in film or audio this would be amazing. And do you know what, if it ever got made into a film, I would buy it and I would sit and I would make myself watch it, because it would be scary as hell, but it would be absolutely thrilling. It would be amazing. And I still don't like horror, but this is amazing. Like, this is my favourite horror thing I think I've ever read. I love it. So, but in audio, with the right narrator, this is going to scare the hell out of you in your ears, and that I want to try. I'm so up for that. So Emily, she's a very insecure character, and yet her bravery literally astounded me. Like, if that was me, I would have been running for the hills. Like, she is so brave. The fact that she could stay there and go through what she was going through, I mean, like, wow, amazing. That takes strength. And I just really admire her. She's a brilliant character. She's absolutely brilliant. Her relationship with June that she starts as well, it was really quite, it was more friends to lovers, but it was really lovely and intimate as well. Like, she really had a friend there. And she kind of always felt like the outsider, even when she had this relationship like with June, but she really wasn't. She really was the main and centre of this story. She was so important, and her relationship didn't overshadow the main point of this story, which was to thrill, shock, and provide a brilliantly scary story for the reader. So I'm really like astounded by how amazing this is, and I can't believe how much I loved it. Like, I really can't. I was really worried when I bought it, because I met Charlotte at BSB, and I was like, oh god, I really hope I love this, because horror is a completely new genre for me, and there was every chance that if it was too intense and gory inside, that I might not get through it. But it was perfect. It was so good. I could rave about it for hours. I love it so much. And you know, Emily, I would love to see her again. I'd love to know what else she found out, but she's absolutely fantastic as a character. And Gnarled Hollow, what a place. You will terrify yourself. Like, literally, it was just amazing. I absolutely loved it. And, you know, this wasn't my, this won't be my last Charlotte Greene. It was my first horror and my first Charlotte Greene, but it definitely won't be my last. I mean, I absolutely adore it. I mean, it's amazing. It's so good. So I'll pop a link in the description so that you can go and grab a copy of Gnarled Hollow. Seriously, even if you don't think like horror, thriller, suspense is your thing, give this a go, because it is amazing. Like, seriously, you won't be disappointed, even if you have to read it with the light on and like probably like hours before you go to bed. This, if you don't read it, you are missing out on such an amazing story. So like I said, I'll pop a link in the description. Go and grab a copy. If you've read Gnarled Hollow by Charlotte Greene, please come and talk to me about it. I can't say too much about it in the review without giving away like amazing spoilers, but if you want to come and talk to me about it, you have so got to come and talk to me about it, because oh my god, I just want to talk about it so much. It's amazing. And if you haven't read it yet, well, I really hope you want to read it now. And if it's on your to read list, or you're planning to read it, or you're now thinking I really need to add that to my read list, please let me know, because when you tell us what it is that you're interested in reading and everything, we get to know, and you know, it really is helpful and insightful to everybody, like, and it's just great to hear what you are planning to read and what you're interested in reading. So if you do grab a copy of it, Oh my god, I really, really hope you love it, because it is absolutely amazing, and I hope you have the best time reading it, even if you do scare yourself like I did. And just enjoy it. Just have a great time reading it. Bye!